Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. First down here for this offense. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Ball handed off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Sticking with the running game. Breaks loose at the 45. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, what do you know here? An offensive coordinator from Wisconsin calling a nice run play for a first down. Man, we have been seeing this for so many years, so many decades. Wisconsin with the ability to run the football is just a thing of beauty.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking to pass this time. That's caught. It's White. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And this is off the side of the foot. That punt heading out of bounds, so there'll be no return here. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it here. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Direct snap to the back. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Knowshon Moreno. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Here's the handoff. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Receiver in motion now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Gets rid of it on the move. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Well, you had the coverage that you want here as a quarterback. Receiver runs a really good route, and the quarterback just misses it. Now, the one thing I'll say about on the outcut is I'd rather have it thrown towards the sideline than behind the receiver where it can be intercepted. So he misses it, but at least it's not a pick.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down to the 47.
Boy, nice throw here by this Wisconsin quarterback. Good route by the receiver and a 1st down for the Badgers. And when Wisconsin can throw the football to complement their running game, they're a very dangerous offense to deal with.
Nice play to start the drive. They're near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
He's escaping the pocket now. Looking to make a play deep downfield. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
I love to see this by this quarterback. Instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds his defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
Solid gain puts him in good position for 2nd down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed in that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
This one will be fair caught. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they went for it on a fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on second down. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the offense going backwards in that play. Defense makes a stop to wrap up the first quarter.
Wisconsin 7, Georgia 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Humphreys. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab behind the line. It's Frazier. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Quick completion to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Single back, takes the handoff. Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
The Dogs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. On the run here, lets it go. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there. Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. We go with a direct snap. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The Bulldogs come up to the line in the hurry-up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. 4th down, looking to throw for it. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going. And the Bulldogs trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. And the defense wraps him up. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Touchdown, Dogs. Strong game by this quarterback. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds an open target on the left side. The completion makes it 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. Breaks loose at the 40. Slides to avoid the big hit. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but then make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Handoff to the back. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action to get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Badgers lining up here on 1st and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And that run, good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the Badgers are in the red zone. They'll hand it off. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket now. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Not much of a return, but the pick ends the scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack makes it second down and forever. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Quarterback escapes the pocket. On the move, looking deep. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And now another deep ball here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And the single back takes the handoff. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. The Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Badgers will kick this away to get the second half going. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Here's the 2nd down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
That's an important first down on that running play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. It's a quick grab. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Chris, I love the call here to send the linebacker after the quarterback, and we have seen so many linebackers with the ability to rush the quarterback in their days of playing at Wisconsin. T.J. Watt stands out, going back to Chris Borland, who had the ability to blitz. T.J. Edwards, and somehow, some way, don't you feel like you got to get J.J. Watt in here? Technically, he's a defensive lineman, but he was just so good at rushing a quarterback. We'll call him a linebacker as well.
He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught quickly. Runner with an impressive spin move there. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
The Dogs are going to cash in here in the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes a quick grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, I love these fullbacks when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball. Most of the times, in most offensive schemes, they block all the time. Just a forgotten player. Here, they slip him out and let him catch the football, and he shows the kind of damage he can do.
The Dogs line it up with 1st and goal. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Georgia will take the lead in the second half. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Hit as he released it. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Tackled quickly after the catch, he'll be short of the marker. Crucial third down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And the defender gets a hand in here to break the pass up.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. Trying for a fourth down completion. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught near the sticks. It's Pauling. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Ball handed off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Lets it go on the move. Launching deep. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield.
Chris, it's a great example of the awareness for both sides of the ball. The offense knowing where the first down marker is on fourth and long, and they're able to get to it. But the defense also has to know. They got to prevent the receiver from getting to the marker, and they're unable to do it here.
And they'll use the ground game here. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Takes the handoff again. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, he's going to throw for the first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Oh, he just misses receiver there on 3rd and short. Now you got to think in the fourth quarter, 4th and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. And he drops back in the gun. Defense is coming after him. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And the result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big hit at the end, but they earned a fresh set of downs.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
The Dogs enter the final minute here, expecting to just run the clock out.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.